Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. P. So we already looked at how to do a bar graph, so I just wanted to make a video to talk about the line plots. Grade 4s, you didn't work on line plots, so this may be of interest to you just to see. So what me and Mrs. Brown had the grade 3s do was we got them to find about 10 to 15 items in their home that was smaller than, I think it was 15 centimeters. So what I did is I went through the lists that they made and I wrote down some of the items that they chose to measure, and I wrote down their measurements. Okay, so we have item, we have length in centimeters. So they had to practice using a ruler and practice making their T-chart and then practice making their line plot. So I took ideas from everybody and then I added a few of my, just one of my own at the end, mini speaker, just to fill in the last line. All right, so how many do I have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And what is my biggest measurement? I've got 14, 15 centimeters. All right, so a line plot looks something like this. This is the template that we used. We don't have to have this bottom part, but it was just on the template that we used, so we used it. So I noticed that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 lines. So what I suggested for the grade 3s to do is to put in another line here in between, right in the middle, so that it would double the amount of data that they could put, basically, or their measurements. Okay, so a line plot is essentially, you have a line and you are plotting data onto it. So the first thing that we need to have is a title, just like we did with our bar graph, and I'll write my name on it too, Mrs. P. So now when I'm making my title, I need to think about what the information is that I have. So what I did was I didn't, but you guys, you looked in your home and you found objects to measure. So we could put, it's about objects in home, measurements of objects in our home in centimeters. So really our title could just be as simple as that. So measurements of, remember the uppercase, of objects in our homes in centimeters. Now for centimeters, I'll just put cm for short. All right. And now I need some sort of indication of what each tick is going to be. And since we are doing centimeters, I thought that we would just start, I don't have any with 0 centimeters. So I would literally just label it 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5, 6, oops. Nine, 10, should go up to 16, 11, 12, 13, 15, 14, 15. All right. Just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, okay, I've got a title and I've got my scale. So this is essentially my scale. And then what I'm going to need to do is give my x-axis, remember the x is horizontal, I need to give it a title. So I'm going to call it maybe just measurement. Measurement, because that's what it is. If you measure something and it's 1 centimeter, you're giving me a measurement of 1 centimeter. Okay, so I have a title. These are all the things I need. I have a title, I have a scale, x-axis. Now I need a symbol. So a symbol is just basically a little picture of something. Basically what we used in our line plots was just an X. So for every object that is each measurement, we would give it a little X. So, okay, so I've got a pencil crayon that's 9 centimeters, so I give it an X. Eraser is 5. Toy car was 10. Bottle cap was 3. A sharpener was 3. Now, if you have another one, you just stack it. Scissors was 14. A ward medal was 7. A phone was 15. Door handle is 12. Outlet is 13. Sticky note was 8. Bottle of whiteout was 4. Our measurements are pretty spread out. That's pretty good. Lego was 3. Toy bus was 9. Tape measure was 7. Pen was 11. And mini speaker was 10. All right, so we've got all of our information down already. So one thing that's really good about a line plot is that kind of like a bar graph, you just look and you can see right away which one has the most, which one has the least. One disadvantage though is that, well, for this example anyway, is that we don't know, unless you look at our T-chart, we don't know what is 3 centimeters, we don't know what is 7 centimeters, but at least we know how many objects are that measurement. Now, if we made a bar graph, we could show our information a little bit differently, and that may tell us a little bit more. So it all depends on what kind of information you have and what you would like your reader to know. All right, so now obviously this is extra. This isn't part of just a line plot. This is extra. But write 2 statements about the data you plotted. I may write, like if I just look at this, I can tell you there were 3 objects that measured 3 centimeters. I could tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 objects that are 7 centimeters or longer. Yeah, there are 0 objects that are 1 centimeter. I could also decide maybe are there more or less objects on the small half or the big half. I can tell you many, many, many things by reading this line plot. Okay, well thank you boys and girls for listening. Again, please comment on the video one thing that you learned. Could be something that you didn't know before, something that was reinforced, like maybe you weren't sure how to title a graph and now you know. Anything like that would be good. Thank you.